What up, everybody? Yeah, I don't know. I keep ending up recording at this time when the sun is like this. It's about 4:30 Hawaii Standard Time. But today I wanna talk about something a little more uplifting and lighthearted than the past two videos I recorded, because those are kind of heavy. So let's talk about thriving after the narcissistic relationship. Okay, and just for the record, first of all, I want to thank everybody for your support and all of your encouragement and just all of your kind words. I just need to clarify, just for my sake, that I'm not currently in a state of depression or victimhood or anything like that. I'm actually in a really, really good place, and the reason I do dip back into my memory bank, into my past experiences, for the purposes of relating them to other people who may need to hear that, who may need to hear in the present or in the future, that there are other people who are experiencing the same things, very similar situations. And that information, I feel it needs to be passed on. It needs to be communicated to others for whatever reason, for everyone's own healing journey. But currently I'm okay. I had that CPTSD episode, but I'm really good. I wouldn't be able to be here talking to you guys if I wasn't feeling happy, whole, and complete with myself. So thank you. So yeah, but thriving after the narcissist, that totally relates. It's when you're in the relationship with a narcissist, it's really hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like I thought that I would be stuck. I thought I would marry that guy and just be stuck because of my addiction to him. And no, there is a very, very, very bright light at the end of the tunnel, and it's different but the same for everyone, if that makes sense. Like you will leave your narcissist, you will go through different stages. I went through a party stage. I went on a rampage of partying and sex and drugs. And I'm not condoning that, but it served a purpose. I had a rebound, which I'm not saying it's okay to use people. I don't think I used this person, but relationships after the fact, that people you connect with that help you through that transitional period, it all serves a purpose, and it can all be helpful and experienced in a respectful way, So I want to say, go on that rampage, go party, get like all that shit out, as long as you come back to reality and take responsibility for where you are in life and do the things that you need to do to progress. So rampage, rebound, and then come back, reassess, and then you're going to go through a dark night of the soul, which is you probably spend a lot of time alone, which is, it's a really good thing. It might seem it's cold and lonely and it's rock bottom, but to spend that much time with yourself, getting to know yourself, making friends with all of your demons. We're going to talk about demons later, okay? But sitting with all of that's really important. And then you come out of that, right? You come out of that dark night of the soul, and then I can say this with almost 100%, you are going to experience some kind of spiritual awakening after that. And that's going to be a whole other roller coaster that you go on, but it's like the best. It's the best and the worst at the same time. So your your ability for empathy, your ability to hold space for darkness, it's going to get rewarded with showing you your ability to hold light. To hold light. You can't hold light without knowing what it is to hold darkness. So all the trauma that you've been through in childhood and with your narcissistic relationship, it all serves a function in your spiritual elevation. So you will most definitely go through some kind of spiritual awakening. It's coming for you, whether you're ready for it or not, or whether you want it or not. Because that's what your soul agreed to do before it got here. So when the spiritual awakening happens, any way that I describe it is not going to do it justice, but basically it's going to hit and your heart's going to burst open. You're going to love everything. You're going to have compassion for everything. The world, which was black and white beforehand, it's going to now be in Technicolor. Okay? And that's like, it's a new journey. And you're going to figure out what it is to love yourself, because you are. When you embark on this spiritual journey, you're going to fall in love with yourself. There's not much you can do about it, because you're going to see how amazing of a person you've always been. You're going to realize that you were always loved. Okay? Even if through childhood and through your relationship that wasn't always necessarily reflected back to you, if you cooperate and you're willing to do the work, you're gonna find out that, oh shit, the universe or God or Jesus or whoever, however you identify, loved me all this time. It's gonna wash over you, and you're gonna feel safe for like the first time in ever, you know? So yeah, thriving after the narcissist, and everyone's journey is going to look different. And okay, someone mentioned in my comments, I don't remember who you are, but I love you. You know, it may not look like on the outside or on paper, it may not look like I have much, but I'm doing really well. And really that also comes with giving a fuck about external validation, like what other people think. You know, this guy I was dating, he said to me like, oh, you're just broke and you're not as good as you think you are. And I was like, I don't think of myself as broke. Like, yeah, I'm starting from scratch, and maybe financially it's not reflected in how abundant my life actually is, but all that abundance, first you experience it internally and spiritually. Like, nobody else knows or can know what inner alchemy you are undergoing when you're healing. Like, I'm personally, like, I'm rich. I have love on all 6 sides of me, like all 4 sides, top, bottom. I'm surrounded by love. I have more than enough food to eat. I have shelter. I have peace of mind, and I feel safe. Like, this is the most abundant I've ever felt in my entire life. So that guy, he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. Like, broke is something when you're trying to present yourself as something different, rich, when you're not rich, and come to find out you have no money. Like, that's what broke is. That guy was projecting on me. Like, I'm abundant right now, and honestly, it only gets better. And once you have your spiritual awakening, you will find out what your soul is actually here to do. And it's when you discover that, and you get your spiritual gifts. I know that sounds crazy, but you will get spiritual gifts. We'll talk about that later. And what your soul came here to do is so much more than the naked eye can see. It's so much more than you as just a human can conceptualize. But that is that's the point of that is why we all went through this very traumatic experience, because really it was a tool, it was a catalyst to get you to on your spiritual path. And a lot of you that I've spoken to in my comment section, which I'm so thrilled about, like, you already seem to know where you're going, and I'm so happy that you guys are like sharing with me like all of your knowledge, because yeah, like it shows me that I'm not alone, that I'm not like crazy and thinking, oh yeah, I'm having a spiritual awakening. You know, like the people around me think I'm crazy, but you guys know. You know like what this leads to. And yeah, I think it's so funny. I talked about finding your soul tribe, right? I did not know that my soul tribe was going to be you guys. So that's really awesome. Thank you. But yeah, you once you make it through the hard part of leaving your narcissist, it's only up from there. Like, you will thrive like a motherfucker. And you know, as long as you have to cooperate though. You have to be committed to wanting to become better. Like, if you want a good life after this, you want to live your best life, there's no way around being a good person. Like, you have to figure it out, like the struggles and like the between ego and soul, how to act. You have to choose every time to be a good person. And when you are conscious and aware of your actions and your words and how they affect other people, and when you take responsibility for every single thing that you do and how you act, and you do what you can within your own power to always do the right thing, always align with consciousness, always align with love, you will be rewarded. It sounds biblical and ancient to say something like that, but that is really how it works. So if you're a good person, good things do come back into your life, and the more and more you align with love and consciousness, it will materialize in your world, in your reality, and it's gonna blow your mind, you know. So if you're willing, okay, I'm not religious, it sounds weird to say this, but if you are willing to walk the righteous path, you will inherit the kingdom of God. Yo, that's just deep. But yeah, okay, you can thrive after the narcissist. I believe in you, and the universe believes in you, and you are loved. Okay, I love you. Yeah. You guys take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.